take 3, action.
It was like literally the second day of class, and the advanced film kids had to write scripts, and I couldn't come up with an idea, and he said, "What do you know?" And I just like kind of listed off the list, and Boy Scouts was one of those things. He said, "Great, you're there, you're writing that script."
Over the summer, I feel like I watched a lot of mob movies, so I kind of wanted to do that style. And I really haven't seen a mob movie since I've been in the film fest, so I thought it'd be cool to do something different. It's like the roles were made perfectly for like the student, the mob boss, everyone involved.
Me and Owen, before we were like discussing like what we were gonna do with like all our friends, like thinking about what movies, and then just out of nowhere, like this idea of like, if someone actually accidentally like sent an email to Mr. English, we have to try and delete it. And at first it was a joke, but then we're like, we can kind of run with that a little bit.
I was having a really hard time trying to get a approved premise. Like I went through 5 other ideas and I was stumped because I'm like, I'm not getting anywhere with any of these. And then of course Mr. Allen and Mr. Conley came to me and were like, we have this idea, you're gonna love it.
I used to hide in the shadows, afraid to take a step. The fear would hold me captive.
I did the lyrics and then I did like the chords for it after. It was very hard. I tried figuring out like, does this lyric match with that lyric? I had Mr. Conley's help too.
I kind of didn't really know what to expect from the song. I was like, this is like really good.
I trust myself and the strength that lies within. I took a chance and took a step, and I began to win. I learned to trust.
This is like what's going to bring it all together, and it was awesome hearing it, and it's awesome that that Michael got to really like be creative and have this moment in the movie.
Look at you, man.
So Mr. Conley and Mr. Allen had gotten a bunch of classes together, and it was so awesome to see like that many people and that many seats filled out.
The scene involved Leo jumping through a window, and LJ said, "What if we have the camera move through the window?" And all it was Kieran starting on the porch with the Ronin and handing it through the window to me.
Yeah, so a Ronin S is a stabilizer that allows you to put the camera basically on this machine, and it stabilizes the shot so it's nice and smooth and not really shaky. I think that it's really a useful tool that the film festival has that isn't used enough. It was a great resource to have, although it was really frustrating working with it because it's not the most easiest piece of equipment to use.
No! Sorry, give me 2 seconds.
I mean, it takes your movie into something that's more dynamic, something that's much more immersive, something that takes you more into the scene, into the emotional story.
In the montage with the kill, but it's like we had Bacall stand there, empty frame, and then an empty frame, and then Charlie swing a bat, and we kind of merged them all together and made it look like he was hitting him. So that was pretty tough, but Charlie got it done. But it took him like a week or so.
Put him in the ant costume, and then had him doing a bunch of stuff in front of the green screen, and then we would shrink him down in Adobe Premiere, and then I would just put him in the shot.
We had to manipulate every day shot into night and make it seem like it was night, but again, it's tricky to do that and make it look all the same because we shot at different times of day and different days as well. On Adobe, you can go into the color section and you can change different aspects of the clip, like the exposure, the contrast, shadows, and we made that believable to make it look like we were going from day to night.
I got a detention, but I called Gergel.
I just knew I wanted to like play around with like making it not necessarily look bad, but like make it look like it's some random kid who doesn't really know what he's doing, just throwing stuff together with like random special effects. And I think it came out exactly how we wanted it to. And it was a fun time because it let me be creative. But it was like a fire in a beaker, and then he poured a liquid into it so it would set a fire off. But he squeezed the bottle, blowing air and the liquid towards us. So then a giant fireball went towards the camera into all of us where we were standing. And one of our crew members did get set on fire.
Set a reminder to never have the buff chicks for lunch ever again.
We basically filmed that line on a phone, and because it was our first time filming, we didn't realize if we were using a phone, we still had to use the boomstick, so we didn't have the audio for the line.
So we had to fix that, and it actually blended pretty well together.
Set a reminder to never have the buff chicks for lunch ever again.
I think the biggest issue we have is battery.
The Zoom batteries kept running out.
Want a battery death.
That's true.
Me, I used the wrong version of Adobe Premiere. I feel like a lot of the time we like forgot equipment.
Caitlin Mano screwed up our recording like 9 times. It's unbelievable.
But yeah, I lost the mic and then found it the next day. Just sitting right there, and no one stole it.
And I kind of just like walked right into a door.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Mr. Allen over the walkie one time interrupted one of our shoots. And we had to refilm the whole entire scene. I remember. had a
Good take. Works every time.
You on the walkie?
Oh, I hate when he does that.
Wait, do you want to just keep it rolling?
Ow.
Yeah, we got locked out of the custodian's office.
I'm supposed to be in there for the show.
Do we know where the janitors are?
No idea. Well,
I know one of them is with
have to put the lens cap on, I guess.
Richard.
Crisis in a crucial moment. Where will we survive?
One of
We
them
might never know.
We had to find them, and they brought us back in.
left their walkie in there, so we probably can't like. Oh, awesome! Perfect. Alright.
I can just run up.
Yeah, I can take a stroll.
Just a cutaway shot, so it's just gonna be a close with journey. I think just like working with the Boy Scouts, I think that was the most memorable experience for me because I'd never really worked with, you know, that many people, especially that many young people on something like this before. I mean, it is like a Walpole Film Festival movie, but it really is a movie made by the community for the community.
We'll get a shot of you guys coming in like medium speed from there. With lights on? Lights on.
Can you put your sirens on too for this one?
Yeah, it's gonna be loud though.
That's okay.
I think they were making fun of your car for like a solid the
'cause
entire time.
I didn't realize like they were gonna be actually looking in my car. My car was super gross at the time we were filming. Like there's trash everywhere, and they were talking about, I had like an empty Starbucks cup, and they talked about their coffee orders for probably like 15 minutes while we were trying to film.
They were great. They were really funny.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't mind reading that on camera for me.
But really, this movie would not have been possible without the kind people of Walpole Media letting us use their van. They are a fantastic resource to the people of Walpole, not to mention all the quality programming they provide on a weekly basis.
Oh, thank you. You didn't have to say that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, honey, are you lost? I know it's your first day of kindergarten, but you're supposed to be alive. Here, take my hand, and when we go back to the classroom, you can be your first day alone.
Mom, kindergarten?
My favorite part was seeing my first grade teacher and just being around the kindergartners. They're a great group of kids, and it was a really fun experience.
I mean, it was a blast. Like, it was so much fun to work with the kindergartners, and I think like all of us being seniors, like this is our last year of like K through 12, and just going back to kindergarten was so much fun for this movie.
We're not that many. College next year.
That is crazy.
I know.
But you're the teacher. But I think all teachers live at school.
No, they don't.
They don't. Where would
That
I
would be
live?
silly. Our main role, George, really brought the laughter to the crew. It was just funny to see him immersed in like a whole kindergarten class, so every moment was funny.
Yeah, he worked so well with the kindergartners. Like he was just like having a good time with it. While we were like setting everything up, he would just kind of be like hanging out with them, like talking to them, and just It was hilarious. There was one time where Miss Rushani was out and she had a sub. When we were over there, that was probably the most chaotic.
Who's tall? Who's some of the tall?
Me, I'm tall. I'm tall.
You are in the back. You are in the back.
Oh yeah.
Good job.
Are we good? Do we need anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Awesome job. My friends, what can you say? Thank you. That was so much fun.
Let's do that one again, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I didn't have much pizzazz in this section.
Erica is great, honestly. He gets engaged in the story too. He's not just there to read off lines.
Miss Notabar was the best.
Yeah.
Loved.
I gotta say, shooting with Mr. Ambush was just incredible.
Yeah, my favorite part was working with Mr. Yergold, and it's just like fun to see him, like, cause it's his first year in the film festival, so it's fun to see like a new face.
I really enjoyed filming the scene with Dowd. I just thought that was like, he was a really good actor.
Bald Eagle has landed.
So yeah, my dad, definitely like a 1. You know, he's just awful. Like, I mean, we probably should have wrote him out, but you know, we decided to keep him in just because you know he's my dad, and you know, I gotta feel bad for him. But yeah, no, never again.
Yeah, he was like terrible. I wanted to kick him out of the movie, but I was afraid that he would like kill us. So.
Yeah. Miss St. Martin, please improve your acting.
I mean, my response is, I kind of thought I carried the movie pretty much. So I kind of find it ironic that they thought I was a bad actor when those two, I mean, if you saw the growth over from last year, from The Beast to this year, a lot of it was my coaching. If Owen ever does win an award, I should be the first one, because he was horrible last year and just kept growing and growing into a good actor. Mikey has a ways to go. I thought my acting was very good. This kind of hurts a little bit because I really haven't been written in a lot of movies lately, and I can ground Mikey. I can't do anything to Owen, but he just won't be allowed in my house ever again. That's all.
Lexi will be coming up here, and we'll give a line to Miss Theodore saying, what, like, that kid just took your elevator, right?
Mr. Allen? Well...
How would I describe Mr. Allen? Great question.
I don't think I'd say he's by the book. I'd say he's by his book.
Yeah, he is a character. I definitely don't know another teacher that's like him.
Crazy, but in a good way.
Scary. don't show this. Do not show this to him. Well, he's gonna see it anyway. Like actually, like a little intimidating and scary.
Especially because like he has very specific rules on things you can do in his classroom. Like you cannot wear a cardigan.
What? No offense, but he's kind of a film bro. I don't know.
Dr. House reminds me of Mr. Allen.
He's definitely passionate about what he does. That's for sure.
That's the shot, right? That's the shot.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Like, he really does know what he's talking about. So even if we do have a disagreement, which is a lot.
Cut there. Yeah, I don't think you need this, because you don't, he is slow on this, right?
Yeah.
You don't need this either.
But I think I like respect him so much.
He's so supportive. He helps you through everything.
Great teacher, great guy. He taught me a lot, and I'm really lucky to have him as a teacher.
Mr. Allen, I'm sorry for calling you scary.
I'm being phrased right now.
Don't talk to me, talk to Jack, because Jack's the one that acknowledges.
Jack keeps us in check.
BJ, did you put your phone off?
He comes in and he makes sure all our phones are up, and if our phones aren't up, then he'll give us a head nod and he'll make us kind of feel bad. So we always make sure to put our phones up.
I keep telling them, put your phone up, and they say, I will do it, and I don't believe them. I gotta go around the table, make sure no phones. I just take the phone, put it up. I will make sure you guys will talk.
Oh yeah, Jack runs the class, and it's not Mr. Allen's class, it's Jack's class.
course. Oh my God, Jack runs.
Of course, Jack runs class.
I don't know how we did it.
That's not even a question.
I don't know how we
Jack
did the
runs
class without Jack before he showed up. It would fall apart without him.
He has more power than Mr. Allen.
He gets everyone. If you're not following the rules, he'll get you.
What is this? This is Alan. Look at this. Look at this. I know.
It's golf.
It's golf.
Hopi! You got golf on there?
Mr. Allen yells at me, it's like, yeah, you know, like whatever. If Jack yells at me,
Gotta
I'm done for.
Gotta
I'm
get
done
on focus.
for.
Yeah.
We don't need that for film. We don't need golf for film.
He's yelled at me several times.
And they think it's a joke, but it's not.
Give him the shake of the head, Jack.
If you're in trouble with him, there's no going back. You can't get that reputation back from him.
You don't get his trust back.
No,
after.
you don't.
You don't.
I mean, it's really entertaining. I could watch it all day. But
You're lucky it's entertaining.
Keeping us on track.
He definitely helps us stay organized.
Jack is the highlight of this class.
they a good kid. Nice job. You guys are making me happy in more ways.
All right.
This is something that's really unique. I mean, even just like last Friday, I was at a prom. I met this guy who goes to Medfield High School, and I was talking to him about film. He was just like, wow, that's really cool. Like, I wish I went to Walpole High School just so I could experience it. He was just kind of like talking about it. He was just like, I've never heard anything like that before.
And you build great bonds with people you really don't see, and I think that's special.
It's just like a good way to broaden your horizons.
Yeah, I talked to a lot of seniors who are always like, oh, I wish I did the film festival. It seems a lot of fun. You know, you don't want to leave high school with any regrets. You know, you want to do what you want to do, and film clubs, like, it's a really fun thing to do, and you know, I just think a lot of people should do it.
I can't stress this enough. I wish I joined film earlier.
I really regret not taking film like sophomore and junior year because I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would.
It's so fun. I think they will like it a lot.
If you're thinking about joining the film festival, do it. It is the best decision you'll ever make in this school.
When you're sitting there and at the show, watching the movie, and you know, like, you made that, and if it's something good that you're proud about, like, it feels good.
It's a commitment. It's a commitment that you have to stick with, and if you're able to pull something off that's great, it's gonna be so rewarding. And that's what's so great about this festival, is that you know how much time you put into this and you see the reward shown on screen. I feel like that's one of the best feelings that someone can get at Walpole.
It's overwhelming, I get it, but it is so worth it. The memories that you make, the connections that you make, the products that you make out of it are just, you can't compare anything else to it.
You know, I should have got this badge a long time ago. I should have been 11 when I got this. I'm currently 17 years old. You know, it's tough out here, but you know, a lot of people may say, what would happen if I never got it? I guess we'll never know.
Cut.